In tonight's Broadway and Beyond, Sunday marks 3 years since Broadway shut down for nearly 18 months because of the pandemic. And when the shows first reopened that September, the determination and the resilience proved to be remarkable. CBS 2's Dave Carlin tonight has more on where things stand now and the lessons still being learned.
Times Square pulses with crowds caught up in the glow of building-sized posters and videos advertising Broadway shows. But 3 years ago, it was empty, a ghost town.
Where it was like, okay, are we going to get on the other side? And luckily we did.
Diane Nicoletti is one of the founders of the Museum of Broadway on West 45th Street, which keeps pace with recent and arriving shows.
We actually got artifacts from the Music Man. We also have the Usher hat from Strange Loop, costume from Beetlejuice.
This season brings 37 shows, 17 in spring alone, with a total of 15 musicals. That's back to the industry standard, says the president of the Broadway League.
We're not back to full capacity. We're at about 88%.
Back at the Museum of Broadway, they do not gloss over the shutdown.
In this section of the sprawling museum, you have year by year, and as we come around the corner from 2017 over here to 2020, you see Broadway's shutdown caused by the pandemic.
What the pandemic made us do was to stop and take assessment of the theater. This idea of EDI, equity, diversity, inclusion, rose to the forefront.
Brandon J. Durden was in the play Take Me Out.
So I have every reason to be optimistic.
But Durden says there is still much work to be done. A fellow actor who agrees is Michael Patrick Thornton, who was in the most recent Broadway revival of Macbeth, and he's currently in the cast of A Doll's House.
Disabled people are still the largest minority and the least represented on TV and film and stage, and so we have a long way to go.
The key word is support, says theatrical producer and co-founder of the Museum of Broadway, Julie Boardman.
We have postcards so people can say, I live in, X city and state, and the arts are important to me because, and we actually mail them out to members of Congress.
She says so much talent keeps Broadway going and going and growing. In the theater district, Dave Carlin, CBS 2 News.